Good morning, Professor Glenn. Thanks for paying us a visit.
Yeah, good morning. Thank you for inviting me.
Our school was so excited to be included in the Atlantic Crossing, and we are just as excited to hear about other projects you have planned. What's coming up next?
Well, next we have a global mission that we're going to begin very soon. And this mission is going to take 4 years. And so now, instead of just going across the Atlantic, we're going to go all around the world. And we're going to have schools from all over the world helping. So I'm hoping that you'll help us talk to other schools, and from everything that you've learned on the first mission, teach us how to do it better with all these other schools everywhere else.
What do you hope to learn from these next missions?
Well, we had a very good crossing of the first mission with the Atlantic crossing. And now we're trying to figure out, how does this compare from basin to basin all across all 5 ocean basins? And so we have a good picture of the Atlantic. Now we want to look at the others around the world.
Do you think these more missions will be easier or more challenging than the Atlantic crossing?
They're definitely going to be much more challenging. The Gulf Stream is a big current, and we know how to ride that current, and we know where it is, and so we can follow it across. But now these currents are going to be much harder to follow, and they're a little bit weaker. And so we have to follow those in these very strange worlds.
Yeah. What role will the ocean currents play in the mission?
Oh, those currents are critical for us because they're the currents that we ride to get us across. The gliders fly very slow. They use very little energy, only about 3 Christmas tree lights of energy. So we have to ride those currents, we have to understand them, and we have to use those to get us from one place to another.
Will the gliders have any new sensors?
We hope they do. We know that they'll have the same temperature sensors that we had before, so we can look at the temperature of the water and how much salt is in the water, and we'll know about the ocean currents. But we're trying to look at new sensors that tell us the color of the ocean, so we can see if there's plankton in it. And we also hope to listen, so we can listen to the sounds of the ocean, so we could hear the bigger fish and whales.
Has all the data from the Atlantic crossing been analyzed?
A lot of it has, but there's still more work to do, especially on the biology. A lot of the temperature and currents, that physical type data, that's been analyzed, and we see the transport of heat that the Gulf Stream does towards England. But what we really want to look now is at the biology, and that's still more work to be done. And what we have here is some of the plaques from the first mission. And so as we close out that mission, we have some of these to bring to you, and we'll drop them off for your school. Here, you can hold up one. Yes, we know your picture is already at the Smithsonian. It's still there, and I was just down there last week. And it's still inspiring children all over the world. We just got some emails from some very young children that saw your pictures in the Smithsonian and are inspired to become part of the glider team.
Thanks, Professor Glenn. I look forward to seeing you after the news in Ms. Lucas's class.
Okay.
Now back to our broadcasters.